Hi, Dave. Best Tool Spark Bikes. Remember KTM and Husky. Change back to besttoolsparkbikes.com. That's where you'll go to get these great new fuel filters we have, fuel rails. I do have to start off with this, though. I got a new house, very excited about that, but I can't believe some bums broke in to my garage and stole my limbo stick. My limbo stick. Seriously, how low can you go? Jokes are still the same. Bad. Anyhow, with the new bikes, with fuel-injected bikes, two things suck about them. You have to have electricity to power the fuel pumps, and then you have to have a good working fuel system, pump, and so forth to create the right amount of pressure for the bike to run right. Gone are the days of just gravity feeding a carburetor and the rest being easy. So the problem with the pumps are they kind of suck. They're all from China, and they seem to go out a lot, and it's very frustrating to people. And the ones that are stock, of course, are made in China. Now, they're made by a great company, Asan, which is out of Japan. Unfortunately, they have a new Chinese location now, and they're the ones that make them for KTM. So it says right on the pump, made in China. Other ones you might get, this is a green one, a place called California Cycle Works. It says right on it, made in China. We used to sell these, not anymore. We get these pumps sometimes from a place called Quantum, again, China. You know, when you get a box of stuff, and this comes in the box with all kinds of weird filters that don't apply to your bike, all these weird parts, that's a pretty good telltale sign. It's made in China to fit 1,000 different bikes. So what had happened is, after being frustrated and having enough of them go out, we finally were able to find them in Taiwan. And if you know anything about manufacturing quality, and if you've ever ridden a high-dollar carbon fiber mountain bike versus a little Chinese Costco mountain bike, well, you know that Taiwan's the place to go for really good quality. Same thing with automotive parts. Finally, talking to the right people, got turned on to a place that made the pumps in Taiwan, and we had to get a whole bunch of them. One, for them to even sell to us. Onesies, twosies, 20s, 50s, didn't cut it, and you had to get quite a few to get a decent amount of price to be able to pass it on. But the thing is, the quality was there. And the guy that I talked to in Taiwan made it pretty apparent that a lot of the problems stem from just cheap bearings and not much for quality control. Here's the inside of a pump that I cut apart, and you can kind of see how it works. It's just a simple armature that spins here. There's the magnets and the shell on the outside, like a starter motor or anything else. Motor that makes electricity, and you have your silly little impeller here that fits down here on the bottom, and then you have your pickup that fits here. So basically everything creates a bunch of suction when it spins really fast. The fuel picks up through here, comes around through the armature, blows out the top. Relatively simple, but when these bearings start to go crap out, these little bronze bearings down here in the bottom, and this thing starts to shake around, usually the armature sticks on itself, sticks against the magnets because it's a relatively close fit to the magnets, and that'll cause it to bind up, seize up, quit, lose pressure, or this area right here will seize up and the thing won't turn and you won't get anything for pressure, or the shell could leak and cause a pressure loss there. So those are a lot of the things that cause them to go bad. We don't want that, so we want the good quality. So we got it, and I'm very happy to share it with you. So needless to say, if you want a fantastic pump, and you get the right size hoses that come with it. For example, this hose fits 12 to 16 bikes. This hose fits a lot of the newer bikes, the race bikes and the 20 bikes. This hose is a mediary hose that fits, replaces this hose, a little bit shorter, but it lets it use our longer, better fuel filter, which is a little bit longer than stock. So you can piece things together right, get the right length of assembly for you, and then you get enough clamps there. If you make a mistake, you can go back and fix it. What's the last thing I had to say about it? We're going to show you the bathtub test, our simple test. So this is what really sets, above the pumps being far better quality than the Chinese junks, this is what really sets them apart. If you get it from here, we test them before they go out, and I'll show you why, and you'll be stunned to see in the bathtub test, why this is so necessary to do, because nobody tests these things and they ship around and they leave the factory. Now Taiwan actually tests. What they do is they put it up to like a little suction thing and it has to pull up a ping pong ball a certain amount, but it still doesn't test the rest of the pump. And nobody's going to do it because if they smell like fluid or anything, well, they're hard to ship if anything smells like chemicals. So we actually tested with a fuel injectant cleaner that doesn't really stink, and everything's been fine there as far as shipping around. I'm just going to show you in the bathroom with my dog's water bowl. Okay, can you see down here? I'm sure you can. This is how we test these things on our little battery. And what we do is this. I just hook power up to them, stick them in the dog's bowl, make sure there aren't any leaks anywhere, and then it blows up a certain amount. This way, we know that it works and there's no problems, because you can imagine if you bought one of these things in New Zealand and we sent it to you and you put it in your bike and it still had low fuel pressure and you realized there was a problem with the pump, you would not be very happy, and neither would we. So this is the stock one. This has 140 miles on it. It already has a weird grumble to it I don't like. So you can see kind of where that sprays to. It's funny, it already sounds awkward though. We don't like that. Here is one from California Cycle Works. Let's see how it sprays. Sounds good. Sounds a little different. Haha, what's the problem with that? There's the problem with it. See? It's blowing out the side of the shell. There's your 10 psi fuel pressure. Up here it looks like it's great. When you get the regulator on it and all the pressure is not there, well, this is why, of course, the leak here is going to be way worse. That's why it's so important to test these things before they get shipped out, and nobody does it. Here's ours. And every single one gets tested. See? No leaks, everything's good. Good spray, about like stock. Sometimes they spray a little further than others just because of the design of the top. So that's no big deal. We just want to make sure that it's really there. Here's a Quantum one. The only problems, honestly, we've had the Quantum ones is the neck's breaking. So it's okay, it's not leaking around the shell. Exact same spray as everything else. But of course you don't want your neck breaking off either. So anyhow, that's it for the simple test. But now you know, hey, at least you're buying quality when you buy it here from Taiwan and tested. We won't let you down. $115, bestdualsportbikes.com.